Greetings everyone, welcome to this new video. We have my Serpent beam build here and it is performing superb, like it is so strong. Wilt build in general are super strong and this one is just utilizing the new combo point system, and it might be a little bit overtuned, I think. So as you can see here, I am capping the dummy very easily and it is super fast, as you can see here, and I'm running my tactic here on profound. So we just do this, and I got slow effect here, so I'm gonna be a little bit slower. I'm still not done with it, of course. You're never done in this game. So as you can see here, it's basically off-screen stuff here. Deep space beacon, nice. And I'm just gonna go through here and whoop. We are still working on some things here. We need to upgrade some affixes, of course, fix some of my defenses, because I have the defenses but they're not 100% chance, so sometimes I'm taking spikes of damage, and damage over time is always a big trouble in this game because there's so little things. So basically it just shoots away the beam, and because of refraction it just bounces between all the enemies, and this extra beam, you can have a ring also that shoots out 2 extra beams from you. That means it's like tripling the clear, and there we go. As you can see here, it's super fast build, very smooth to play and everything. And let's see if I get some streamer RNG here on here. No, we didn't hit. Okay. Yeah, the build is just super fun to play. It is auto-targeting outside the border of the screen, and as soon as an enemy is there, it chains to the other enemies around, and it just becomes like if you have enough damage, most enemies are already dead by the come to your screen. So I'm quite fast now, so they actually get on screen. So let's take a look at my build here. Some of the gear pieces are still in the process of getting upgraded, so be aware of that. For the weapons here, these are the ideal stats you want on it. I know normally we want cooldown recovery here, reap cooldown, but the combo damage is so freaking strong now. It's 50%. That is 50%. That is like 2 major node in the talent tree put together. 2 of these, like, that is insane values. And yeah, so I upgraded some lesser affixes because they cost almost nothing to upgrade, and I needed it for the my journey here to get some of the extra points. So don't forget to progress your points. And this affix here is not super expensive now. No, it's about for the cheapest one, it's about 1,000. This is super strong because we are putting on all the ailments, which I will show you later how we do that. Otherwise we are stack level, reap and everything. My reaps go for 2.9 trillion and we are way over the damage cap. I don't know how much we are at right now. We'll have to take a look at that the later stage when I'm actually trying to calculate for the final SSS 20 showdown. I would like to have one of the scepters either with black hole or cataclysm. Is it called cataclysm? It's let's see here. Yeah, cataclysm. This one is super strong also. This one is probably the best, but it costs like 30k or something like that, and I'm not gonna pay that. So one of these probably on the boss fight needs to go for cataclysm. We have to test that out when it's time. It's a little bit hard right now. I need to take off gear and stuff like that, so I actually test my damage, because it's hard to test when you have damage cap. So I have 2 of these, and I was lucky enough to someone is crafting on max tenacity blessing. Obviously they're trying to get a different outcome than this one, and they are selling the leftovers. So lucky me. For the rings, entangling pain here, very good, because then it frees up 1 slot here, and as you can see here, I have nothing on my bar. I have actually 2 curses. I did not know this, but Boomcheeks, who has I've been inspired of, and I've been talking to on Discord. Very helpful. Thank you so much, Boomcheeks, for pointing out this build. You can see him here. He's actually above me on the hero ranking. You can see him here, Boomcheeks. Really good player, knows everything about the game. So I had a lot of questions because every time you start a new build and stuff like that, there's some growing pains. On the ring, I just roll erosion pen there, max ES, which we're gonna need to upgrade. All of these defenses is gonna reach like over 10k when we have actually upgraded everything. Resistance is gonna be solved when we actually upgrade the resistances also. So otherwise, reap cooldown we get on some pieces here and here also. So we don't getting it on Scepter, but we are getting it on other pieces. Otherwise, combo points, because we are gonna need for the Scepters to reach over 8 combo points. We have like 12 or something like that now, so we're well over. Spell aggression is very nice because then we don't need it on a slate, so it's open up a slate mod. That means we can have a +1 level or something like that. Barrier is very good here because on the slate, plus it gives us extra health pool the more ES and life you have. But we have this one, Tenacity Blessing. I could not find many ways of getting Tenacity Blessing, so I solved it through Barrier. And probably the strongest defensive buff is probably this one, and it eats up Tenacity Blessing, but we recharge them instantly. We were solving all of these blessings before in the build, all the builds by candles, but they're gone now. So otherwise, same on the other ring. For our boots, I need to upgrade them. I bought them like this for 1,000, actually exactly like you see here. It got sold for 1,000 FE. I could not believe it, so I just bought it directly off the market. I did not upgrade any of these or change any of the stats. These are just placeholders. These are not my endgame boots. I want a different implicit with cooldown, because cooldown is bringing down the cooldown of the wind rhythm, and that means I'm activating more often, and that means more reaps and more affliction. So cooldown recovery rate is very important. So reap cooldown and normal cooldown. Reap cooldown only, of course, affects the reap, not the other thing. For the belt, super important mod here, trauma. This one is carrying hard our crit. And if we upgrade it, of course, how much does it go up to? 500%. That is ludicrously amount. Like, yeah. On the build, best blending is Dirty Tricks. It's not that expensive actually. It's one of the cheapest one for the the core talents. So we're lucky on that part at least. Lower damage and taking on low mana needs to be upgraded, of course. Some wilt reap chance here, some fill up the resistance, and nothing for like movement speed is obviously not ideal, but I'm gonna keep this one, I think. This one's super inexpensive. I don't think it costs very much, or does it? Maybe there's no one on the market right now, but these are really inexpensive. I would just pick up and then do the normal corrosion with these, which cost peanuts, and I would just do it until I get lucky. Critical strike. It means that the critical strike is rolling twice. So if it doesn't crit on the first time, then he has then he tries again, and then if it crits there, then good. But if he crits on the first one, then he keeps that one, and then yeah. So that's basically how it works. At least that's how it works in PoE. So I'm presuming it works exactly the same here. And this one needs to be upgraded. It costs very little, as you can see here. Combo points 2 here, it's very important to have. As you can see, they cost nothing. That's probably because he has a little bit problem with minus values in this game. Please fix. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's not expensive. It costs almost. It is worthless. So you can also get a plus curse on this one. and ailment immunity, so you look out for those if you need to fix those problems. I fixed it through my curses, through my pedigree, so if you cannot afford that, then please take a look. This chest is a must. Actually, these 3 pieces you should really have, and they're not expensive. They cost almost nothing. They are peanuts, as you can see here. Even with the corrosion, they cost almost nothing. Ailment duration, super strong stat. Comes normally up to 10 on gear, so you can see here if it goes to 24 here, there's like 2.5 affixes on your gear. Base ailment helps us put on all the ailment chance here, so really good. While is a really strong stat, and the reason why we're stacking crit and crit damage I have not rolled for. I need to do that on my hero memories. I'm not done that so far. So every time you crit, it doubles the duration of the wilt. So that means we can have more stacks of wilt, more reaping, more everything, so super strong. I would like to have a better base with less erosion resistance, so corrosion here, so I'm gonna need to pick up some bases and then just corrode them until I hit the right one. Or buy one off the market would be nice. I found this one, I bought it like this, so yeah. Block ratio is very important because we are block capped through our hero memories. We can take a fast look, so you can see here spell block, all the block I need is right there. And I'm getting block ratio because block has an inherent chance of blocking spell and attack 30% of damage, but we can bring it up another 30%. So normally how I would do it is through Iron Wall Kismet, but they are like 5,000 each, so 10,000 to activate. Plus it has a downside of losing 30% attack block. So now I'm solving it through just block ratio, and it's so much better than Iron Wall, like incredibly much better. So you can get block ratio here, and thanks to the new Kismets, which is here, you can get block ratio here also. You can get 2 stats, and if you put it right here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 legendary nodes, and if you put it 1 higher, you have 5. That means you can have all 30 points, 30 block ratio in 1 slot, and then you don't even need to craft it here. But I crafted here already, so it's already done, so I put it in a better position with more damaging stats. So there we have the gear, and let's go to the skill. Wind rhythm, very important, of course. It's a little bit pricey if you saw my first video, as you can see here, but if you go at a lower value here, it becomes significant. Oh my lord. Confirm lower, as you can see here. If you was lower a little bit, it becomes much cheaper. These were very not expensive when I started, so you can see you can upgrade these for almost peanuts right now. This one for some reason is super expensive. I don't know why this one is expensive and the other ones are not. So does this one drop much less? Like, it makes no sense to me. I would like to upgrade it, but yeah, I have enough damage anyway. Haunting Abomination, just some debuffing on the enemy. Damage taken, so 18% more. I would like to upgrade this one also. Black Hole, super strong skill, just debuffing the enemy and putting in a lot of reaps on it. I have it on just activation medium here with lowering the cooldown, because the cooldown is 10 seconds, I believe. Yeah, so that takes a long time. Defensive buffer, here you can put in the curse if you don't have the Kismet. I just bought this yesterday, right before going to bed and right before like starting this. So you can have this Kismet right here, and it put in 2 here, and it becomes Corruption. Very good. And the other one is Peerless and Reap Duration. Otherwise, just go for Reap Duration on everything here. It costs like 10 FE or something per, and that's what I was running, and I was still hitting 5 trillion, so not needed. These are not needed right now, and I would not prioritize them until the very end game, because I'm trying to kill SS20, so we have that there. Defensive buffer, super strong, like I say. Defensive layer here. You can also put in, if you have more here, this one, Iron Fortress. Also super strong to get some extra defense out of your defensive skill here. There's other ones here you can put in. Blink, of course. We are having a lot of charges through our build. How many do we have? We have 4. And because we're stacking cooldown, we can just zip around in the map super fast. Super satisfying, honestly. And for our auras, we have corrosion focus, and we are debuffing the enemy with LRS here. Grudge is super important. We get paralyzed and more reaps for ourselves. Deep pain, erosion amplification, and some energy fortress here. Maybe we switch out some of these. Probably we keep them like this now. You can get these kind of things on Kismets also. You can get the Maguses on Kismet, or which was also an option instead of corrosion, and then I would just put my corrosion back on the bar. But they were super expensive actually. The one I call it, the Kismet is called Viper, and it costs like 2.5. That's 5,000 FE to get this skill on this skill on the Kismets instead. And then I'm gonna need to fix, then of course I can fit in another aura, which would be nice, but yeah, it's not needed. I'd rather do it like this. For our talent tree, you just have to go through it. It's pretty much optimal, and it's tailored towards my escalating affliction, super strong. And if you have this stat here, you can just pick the points without pathing to it. I crafted it myself. I picked up the cheapest one. It doesn't cost much to re-roll them. It costs like 45 FE or something like that, and it's a high chance of getting, because you're getting 3 options, and there are not many options to pick from in the beginning. So rolling your own is highly recommended. Like yeah, it's I wanted the blur one honestly here, but when I got this one, I realized I can just pick the ones here, and I don't need a path to them. So that saved me a lot of points. So honestly, this might actually be the best one. Obviously, I'm gonna need to re-roll it because movement speed is not gonna be needed for the SS20. Otherwise, just take a look. And here, of course, I could go for more damage. Windwalker is a lot of damage, but I'd rather have more defenses. Off the beaten track, super important. Everyone is always asking, why can I reserve so much of my mana and life? It's because of this one. So it basically helps me sustain all my auras. Inverse here, it's very, like, I just put this one in the beginning, so this might not be the most optimal position. I saw Boomcheeks using it here, so he put it in this position, I believe, and then he can activate these instead. But he has one with 50% here that is max roll, and they cost like over like 20,000 FE, so I'm not gonna buy that. As long as it's over -49, you're getting the full effect of these nodes. If it's 50 or below, then you lose the effect of these. So make sure, it might look bad with -49, but you are getting the effect of that. And then I just pumped up these because I'm taking them here. Because there's not many good stats for us in the Lich tree, so it's a perfect fit for our build to just fit in here. I'm gonna click here. So, where are we? Oh yeah. So for the rest of it, it's I can't even see here behind. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. For our other parts of the build is that we are having not there. Sorry, it's in here. Sorry. For our pedigree, steady is very strong. Combo starters, that's when you start the first combo. It basically shoots out. We generate combo points, and then you do another attack, and then a third attack, which is like our super attack, which brings out snakes and stuff like that. Verbal abuse for an extra curse. Like I said, you can get it on necklace. You can also get it on the kismet, so you can get it from multiple sources, or you can just allocate it on our tree, talent tree. Yeah, super good there. These you have to take a look in the link. I think I'm completely done here. This one could be a little bit better. This one could have rolled better, so I might re-roll this one, but otherwise these are pretty much perfect for me right now, and I'm happy with them. Something to point out is, where is it? This one. This mod right here might not look very strong, but it is, because we are getting the ailment chances, so we're getting all the debuffs on the enemy, and that scales our dirty tricks, it scales our weapon affixes here, so make sure you actually have it on one of the slates. Yeah, so very important to have right there. For our hero traits, block, 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 because we are block capped, and we are getting the block ratio on our stuff, so we are getting 60% less damage taken from attacks and spells. Super strong defensive. I'm gonna need to re-roll some of these stats because they're not very good. This one needs to be upgraded, and I think Reap is not very good here because we have so much on our gear, so I'm probably gonna go for crit damage here, because crit damage gets converted for free crit damage. It's getting converted for 1 additional ailment damage, so super strong there. So you can get up to 60, that is 30 additional ailment damage. Insane value. Pact spirits, these are ideal, and as I've went through, reap duration is all you need here, and I was capping out the dummy on my defensive setup before switching to these yesterday, so reap duration is fine to have here. Have I missed anything? No. Yeah, so that's basically the gist of the build. It's very fun to play, and I highly recommend you trying it out, and it might also be a good idea to do it on Fia. I might try that out to transfer all the gear to my Fia character, because Fia is a little bit better on big bosses because he has that execute thing in the beginning, and there's so many phases with SS20, so it might be better to just do the final boss on Fia free. But I have not decided yet. Honestly, you don't need it, because this is what you're gonna like. You're gonna be fine with this. I'm already capping the dummy easily, and yeah, I have so many more upgrades to do. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps someone, and have a good one.